So I want to talk about the WWE Tag Team Division, and I want to talk about. I'm gonna start with Raw. I'm gonna start with Raw. So on Raw, the tag team champions currently are the War Raiders. Now they won the tag team champions from the Day. Finn and JD McDonough. Now how they won is that Priest got involved because Finn was going to use the chair to win the match, but Finn took the chair away from him and made sure that he couldn't cheat. And that little bit of distraction was able to get the War Raiders the advantage so that they could win the match, right? And so they were just talking to Priest last Monday where they were like, we may not be friends, but you were there for us and we'll be there for you, right? So it seems like they're doing a bit of an alliance. So I do not mind that. I'm very happy. I like Finn a lot. Actually, I'm a huge fan of Finn Balor, you know. But Finn and JD, they never defended those titles. And we do have tag teams on Raw. And so it's going to be nice to see, and I'm assuming this, but the War Raiders, I think, are going to be fighting champions. And so we should be getting some really good matches out of them. They're both very amazing wrestlers. And now they're gonna join forces with Priest, like I said, and they're probably going to go try to get against the Judgment Day. What I will say is that I'm happy Priest has some allies. I don't want to consider them friends. I would consider them allies. Because, you know, he scratched their back and they're scratching his back. Now we'll see where it goes. Now the other tag teams that we have in Raw are the New Day, right? Now I made a whole bunch of videos about the New Day. So talking about the New Day, that's how you do a heel turn, okay? The New Day have not been able to talk. Like, they're trying so hard to talk. Even this last Raw, they went to talk to the commentators because the commentators were saying they're disgusting and what they did to Big E was terrible. And Kofi had a mic and he was trying to defend himself, and all you hear were boos. Like, the level of heat the New Day has right now is insane. Dom has that level of heat. You know, not many people do. There's other people in other promotions who could get that level of heat. But that's how you get heat. And I'm not surprised, because how do you kick your friend to the curb because they got injured? That's literally what they did. They were like, you were never here. And he's like, I was injured. That's not an excuse. You're supposed to be here. And that's exactly what happened. They kicked Big E out of the New Day. And everybody's like, that's just not cool. Even Dom was like, I wouldn't do that. And he betrayed his own father. That's how despicable that move was that they did. Now, I will say this. I am noticing a lot that Kofi and Xavier Woods have been talking to Rey Mysterio because they're not allowed in the locker room anymore. And Rey was trying to give them advice and telling them, you know, you should apologize to the locker room. They do not like what you did. And they're standing 10 toes down. They're like, we didn't do anything wrong. They're acting oblivious. They don't understand. They're like, we didn't do anything wrong. We've been here for 10 years. And now one day erases everything that we did. So they're really acting oblivious to all of their actions, right? At the end of the day, I love it. I love it because it freshens up the New Day. I'm happy that, I guess technically they broke up or they threw out a group member, but at the same time, there's still Xavier Woods and you still have Kofi Kingston. And they're still together. And I'm glad to see them together. And I'm happy that they turned because it freshens up the group. How long has it been since they've had a tag title run? Forever. And who knows, maybe now they can. But I think the first group that they're going to fight is the LWO. And that's because they've been talking to Rey a lot. And let's not forget, Xavier Woods accidentally, took off Rey Mysterio's mask to win a match. Well, he tried. So I think that's the first group we're going to see them going against. I don't know. I think they're going to work their way all the way up to the tag titles. And that's going to be really interesting to watch because they're so hated now. They're so hated. I love it. Right? Now, the other tag team that we do have, those are not the only tag teams. We do have the AOP, but they're stuck with the Wyatt Six, and the Wyatt Six are stuck with them. So they're not going for the title yet. We have JD and Finn, of course, who might want to go and do a rematch for their title, but they have to earn it. We also have Alpha Academy and American Made. But all of these teams are kind of technically busy right now. Now, WWE could put them in the title contention. I mean, they could have like a a tournament, or they can have, because you're still gonna need number one contenders to go against the War Raiders. But like I said, they're kind of in their own storyline with Damian Priest. So I don't know if we're gonna do that or not. But again, WWE can tell two stories at once. They could still be with the Damian Priest, but still have new number one contenders at the same time. So we just have to wait and see what they decide to do, because like I said, most of the teams are busy. American Alpha Academy and American Made are back to hating each other again, and they're starting to fight again with Chad Gable pissing off Otis. So they might, but they do need a contender. So we'll see. Now, let's talk about the WWE Smackdown Tag Team Champions, who are DIY. Now, I love this storyline. I had said before that we needed a storyline like this in SmackDown. Okay, we needed something deeper than just going after the titles. Yes, going after the titles is great. I'm not gonna lie, but we need something like, that bring us some levels here. And this is what that storyline did. Johnny Gargano was the mastermind in that whole heel turn for DIY. And he was acting like he was like, no. He was acting like he was a babyface the whole time, knowing he was going to betray them. He betrayed them. And he just had a match with Alex Shelley, who is his mentor, his teacher. And I love it. We need a feud like this. And let's not forget, it was probably DIY who attacked the Street Profits, who have been trying to get those tag titles forever, and who had earned that title shot that they took away from them. And so we have a lot of juicy little bits going on in this tag team division. And, right now is the beginning. It's the beginning. But if we do it correctly, and if we do it right, this can actually be a hell of a feud. This can be a feud that can last for maybe 5 months or more. This could be a forever feud. This could be a grudge. Because we do have betrayal. And when you do have a betrayal, that usually leads to them hating you for life. But like I said, I don't mind this. I do not mind the tag team division on SmackDown. I think this is where we needed to go. I think that DIY needed to do this turn. I'm happy to say that even though WWE, we're so used to them not having long-term storylines or, the details and stuff, I'm happy that they're kind of doing this with the tag division. I'm happy that they are doing long-term storylines. When DIY lost their title, I was like, they're transitional champions, but look at them now. It was for a reason. I don't mind stuff like that being done as long as it's for a reason. Sometimes WWE used to do it just because, but I don't mind this. I don't mind it at all. And so I'm very happy with the tag team division on SmackDown. With Raw, I'm happy that the Judgment Day still have the titles. I'm not gonna lie, because I want to see good tag team wrestling, and we do see that, but it should also be for the champs. It should also be for the title. And so, like I said, I'm very excited for the division. I think we're gonna have some really good matches, especially on SmackDown. I've been enjoying SmackDown clearly a lot. But that's my take, and I hope you guys enjoyed my video.